The traits that you have and who you are as a person right now is your reputation. It's your reputation. Eventually, the traits of who it is you are gets tagged. That is who you are. If you're lazy, other people know you're lazy. If you can't be counted on, other people know they can't count on you. If you're an excuse maker, everybody knows you're an excuse maker. And the funny thing about people that they don't realize that's their reputation is right. They try to say, and I got this reputation that, I'm not a good worker. How did that happen? And everybody's like, I don't know. That's terrible that happened to you. What a huge misunderstanding. But in fact, the traits that you have in your character qualities is your reputation, and it's true. It's probably very spot on. All right, so I want to give you the first one, 5 traits that lead to wealth. Number 1 is honesty. You have to be a person of honesty. You never cheat, you never lie, you're never sneaky, you don't steal. Honesty is the foundation of all these other character traits that are going to hang on this thing. If you're not honest, none of these other things will matter. And honesty is so crucial, and it starts with you. You have to be honest. You have to be honest when you assess yourself as who I am as a worker, who I am to this company. Am I valuable? Am I irreplaceable? Am I the man? Am I at the point of the spear? Or am I dispensable? Am I throwaway? I can't believe they laid me off. Do you believe that? Yes. But you're not honest about it. One time I sat in my boss's office. Now, when I first started working for this company, AT Cross, when I first started working for the company, I really was blazing a great trail and hitting home runs and so forth. And then after a while, it started to get to the point where I was putting on cruise control. And I remember I went into my boss's office for our yearly review and raise and so forth. And my boss is really nervous. And I'm sitting there, and he's really nervous. Steve, listen, this year, I think maybe could have done better. I think, I don't, I'm not going to really give you a raise right now, because he's real nervous. And as he started talking, I got so convicted. God, he convicted me right there in the seat. Look what you do to this man who's just trying to be truthful with you. He's your boss, he's your authority, he's your oversight. And look what you're putting him through. I stopped him and I said, Bob, I said, you know what, you're right. I said, you're telling me all these things and they're true. And I said, I'm sorry. I really apologize. I apologize to you. And I promise you that I don't deserve a raise. I don't deserve a raise. I said, but I promise you this, I'm going to turn it around today. Today I'm going to turn it around. And he said, well, I really was, thanks. Kind of went better than he expected, kind of thing. But I got out of there and I was so convicted, and I repented to the Lord. I said, I can't be doing this. This is not who I am. I really want to be a pivotal person in the company, because I should be. I'm not just an ordinary lump of protoplasm. I'm made in the image of God. I'm going to help this place. I'm going to change this place. I'm going to impact this place. I was mad at myself. I repented to the Lord, and he called me back in his office 3 months from there, and he gave me a giant raise, and he said, you really did. You turned it around. And I said, well, again, I apologize. I was throwing it on cruise control. But something, you have to be able to be honest. If you're lazy, if you're an excuse maker, it's keeping you poor. It's keeping you in the middle of the road. It's keeping you in a job that you're not excelling at. It's keeping you in a place where you're not being the star. People aren't looking at you and saying, that guy needs a raise, that guy needs a promotion. But you got to be honest with yourself. And let me tell you something, if you're not honest, you cannot have confidence, because you're living a lie. Well, I want to tell you, Bob, I've been working really hard. A lot of stuff you haven't probably noticed, but I've been staying late now and then and so forth. And I might come down early for coffee break and so forth and have an egg sandwich and bacon and stuff like that. But I need the extra energy. I want you to know I really go back up there and no confidence. I can see it in your strut. I can see it in your backbone. I can see it in how you talk. I can see it in the middle of meetings. I can see it in your eyes. You just don't have it because you're living a lie. And you're trying to be in there with everybody else. Yeah, oh yeah, are you kidding me? Oh man, I'm the man, you're the man, I'm the man, you're the man. No, you're not. And you know it. And you can see it. Let me tell you something. The reason people get promoted, one of the reasons people get promoted is because they just have a confidence on them. And people can see it. They know it comes from something.